Thanksgiving Eve, 1971. A man in a dark suit buys a one-way ticket cash, just for $20, and boards Northwest Orient Flight 305 from Portland to Seattle. 4 hours later, he leaps out of the rear stairs of a Boeing 727 into a freezing thunderstorm with a parachute and $200,000 in cash. He's never seen again. No body, no trace, and no confirmed identity. This isn't fiction. This is the only unsolved case of air piracy in American history. And the man the world came to know as D.B. Cooper became a legend. The story begins like any other ordinary flight. A middle-aged man, well-dressed, wearing a dark suit, white shirt, black tie with a mother-of-pearl pin, and dark sunglasses, boards the plane carrying only a briefcase. He tells the airline his name is Dan Cooper, a name later misreported as D.B. Cooper due to a journalist's error that stuck. He chooses a seat near the rear, close to the flight attendants. Shortly after takeoff, he hands one of them, Florence Schaffner, a folded note. At first, she assumes it's his phone number and slips it into her purse. But Cooper leans in and says something chilling. "Miss, you'd better read that. I have a bomb." She opens it. The note says exactly that. And to prove it, he opens his briefcase to show red cylinders wired to a large battery. He dictates his demands, $200,000 in cash, for parachutes, and a fuel truck ready when they land in Seattle. Cooper is calm, polite, and methodical. Cooper lets the 36 passengers go and keeps just a few crew members on board. The money must be in $20 bills. The plane circles the airport while the FBI and Seattle police scramble to meet the demands. By 5:24 p.m., the ransom and parachutes are ready. Witnesses describe him as respectful, even courteous. He orders meals for the crew. He smokes cigarettes. He never raises his voice. The crew realizes the rear air stair has been lowered. When they later inspect the cabin, Cooper is gone. Cooper instructs the pilots to fly at 10,000 feet, at a slow speed of around 170 knots, and to leave the rear air stair unpressurized. But Cooper has vanished into the night, somewhere over the dense forests of southern Washington. The FBI launches Operation Norjack, Northwest hijacking, scouring the suspected drop zone with helicopters, troops, and tracking dogs. The plane takes off again, now heading south. The destination? He claims it's Mexico City, but the real plan will unfold midair. At 8:13 p.m., a warning light flashes in the cockpit, an unexpected change in cabin pressure. It only deepened the mystery. The serial numbers match the ransom. So are the cash, 2 parachutes, and the bomb. The plane lands safely in Reno, Nevada. The manhunt that follows is massive. In later years, amateur sleuths and documentarians, including Thomas J. Colbert, claimed hidden codes in supposed Cooper letters pointed directly at Rackstraw and a wig during the flight, and took the money as revenge for a life of suffering. Encrypted within the letter, some researchers claim, was the name Robert W. Rackstraw. Still, the FBI never officially confirmed the letter's authenticity. Most were dismissed as hoaxes. But one letter, received by multiple news outlets on December 11, 1971, stood out. He denied it all until his death in 2019. But nothing is found. No parachute, no gear, no body. It's as if Cooper simply disappeared. Years later, in 1980, a young boy named Brian Ingram is digging in the sand near the Columbia River when he uncovers $5,880 in decomposing $20 bills. But how did they get there? Did Cooper land nearby? Was it a decoy? Or did the river carry it from the jump site? The Cooper case led to major changes in airline security, metal detectors, bag screening, and the Cooper vane, a device that prevents the Boeing 727's rear stairway from deploying mid-flight. Over time, over 800 suspects are considered. Some stand out. Is the man who fooled the entire country still out there, smiling at the legend he left behind? Richard Floyd McCoy Jr., a Vietnam vet, hijacked a similar plane 5 months later, but was quickly ruled out. He looked nothing like Cooper and used a different method. You can send me your theories, thoughts, or any cases you want me to cover next. Sheridan Peterson, an experienced skydiver and Boeing employee, fit the physical description and even admitted he could have been Cooper, but he had a solid alibi and DNA from Cooper's tie didn't match. The most intriguing suspect? Robert W. Rackstraw, a decorated Army paratrooper with a criminal past. Ah yes, the letters. In the months after the hijacking, newspapers received several cryptic messages signed D. B. Cooper. In it, the author claimed he had just 14 months to live, wore makeup despite decades of investigation. The trail went cold. In 2016, the FBI closed the case after 45 years. Theories remain divided. Some believe Cooper died during the jump, perhaps injured, frozen, or drowned. After all, the night was stormy, and one of the parachutes was later revealed to be a dummy used for training. But others insist he survived, escaped, and started a new life under a new name, possibly overseas. What remains certain is the impact. And still, we wonder, who was the man in seat 18E? Did he vanish into the woods or into the world? Did justice fail, or did he simply outsmart the system? And can this final puzzle ever be solved? Let me know what you think in the comments. Was it Rackstraw? Peterson? Someone completely unknown? And don't forget, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, and check the video description for my Instagram and TikTok links. Until then, this was the story of D. B. Cooper, the man who took $200,000 and vanished into thin air.